This is the Know Nothing Show with Steve and Eric.
Get ready for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
When all fails. When life sucks like it's sucking now. That's the perfect time for the return of the Know Nothing Boys. Eric Black, over there. Over there. Steve Benz, over here. Threw you all off right now. Threw you off. I just ran in from outside. I was eating absolutely nothing. I don't know what you were doing, Eric, but I was doing absolutely freaking nothing. I thought about eating.
Right.
I was ready to eat.
Right.
And it didn't happen. So I don't know what's going on. I just don't.
That's fairly unfortunate.
But hey, that's the way I am. I'm happy to be here. Last week we had technical problems.
Right. That actually happened. Yeah.
I got a whole slew of stories for that next week. But I figured we would just catch up with what's going on. And I say to Eric right now, oh, hello. How are you?
Well, I'm doing well, Stephen. Things are going well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that.
You know, we've become the latest relationship show for all of you.
Kind of a big deal.
Some have been asking advice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some are sexual advice. Is it better on the back? All for what?
Yep.
You know,
6,
goats,
whatever it is. Yep.
Goats, giraffes,
Sheep, even.
perhaps Barney dolls.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if
Maybe
you love
a Pikachu. Maybe a Pikachu every now and again.
it, really a Pikachu.
You know, it is what it is.
You know, because if you've got a Barney, remember he loves you, and you
That's
love
right.
him.
Whatever you want to identify as, we love you for that. We're gonna make fun of you, but we love you for that.
It's very true. But it's hard to believe that's July, mid-July. It has flown by this year. What's happened?
I feel like we have made some sort of promise that it's almost time to accomplish, because the last time we promised something on the Know Nothing Show, it was a website, and that took a better part of a year to get. I feel like there's something we should be maybe. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out. There's something that we've promised somewhere, and it's almost been a year, another year.
Yeah, that's true.
So we got to figure it out. We got to figure out what we've promised and hopefully come through with it.
So for all of you that are listening, watching, whatever on social media, please send us the list of what we promised. I don't remember what we promised.
No.
Someone clearly hasn't written it down, because Ashley, who's left again the building a few minutes before we went to air, she writes nothing down because I'm not really good at, taking notes.
Right.
So.
She went to community college.
That's right. Which
isn't actually a college at all. It was literally a community. There were people. It's like being raised by wolves. It's not. You're not really being raised.
Yeah, it's true.
That's the problem. If you're a human,
it's true.
Doesn't make any sense.
You know, we call it JUCOs here. Okay.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Essentially, the College of Dreams.
I feel like that's a little sarcastic.
No, never. I have never been sarcastic a day in my life. Just ask me. I gave it up for Lent when I was a child.
And that's just a repetitive thing every year.
Right
just
there.
Give it up every year.
I tell my mom every year, I'm holding my Barney doll, and I say, "Hi, Mom. He loves you. I'm giving it up again. It's my sacrifice for all of them." So how are things going? We've been we were gone for 2 weeks.
It's true.
How's life been for 2 weeks for you?
It's weird because this is how we communicate. We don't really have any communication between ourselves throughout the week, because we save it all now for the show, because that's how this show started, is us just having random conversations with each other, and then we turned on a microphone, and then we turned on a camera. So now we have to hold it all in until the Know Nothing. 2 weeks worth of just shoving the pain deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper.
You know, if you think about it, it's kind of like the old days of Regis and Kathy Lee, because that's what they did. They didn't talk before the show.
No, they still don't.
It's probably why you and I are in such conflict.
Maybe.
You know, there's angst between us sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
The arguing that goes on before the show.
Yeah.
It's like, you press play. No, you mother, you press play. I ain't touching press play. I'm not touching it. Okay?
I don't think this is on us, though, because like you just said, Ashley already left. She's actually scheduled until 9 o'clock. And yet, she seems to think that her friends are more important than this show that's reaching 3 million people.
Look, she just messaged me and she said she's listening, which means she's working. What? Those damn millennials.
I'm done with them.
You know, I guess if your app is open, you're working.
I guess. I wish I could get away with that.
Screw that. Oh, by the way, for those asking, Diet Pepsi, they are the sponsor of tonight's show. Here?
That's right.
Like that?
They don't know it, but Pepsi. They are.
I don't know what the hell's in it, but it's the real sugar-free one.
Oh, the real one.
Yeah, because they've got like 8 different versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
So some of it have the fake sugar in it. This doesn't. This tastes like the crappy Diet Pepsi that I remember as a kid.
Nice. Okay. I think all diet, anything, is crappy.
It's just before I came on air, I had mentioned that it was on someone's desk. So I just took it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't care that it was on your desk. You left it, which means I can take it, I can eat it, I can drink it, I can rub it all over my body and put it back on your desk, damn it.
If it is after work hours and it is on your desk, it's fair game. It's fair game.
That rule, it's on the board as one of the rules.
It's not our fault that we know how to pick a lock and get into your office. That is not, that's the streets. That's the streets' fault.
Right. See, we're just dropping some knowledge.
We're just doing it.
There's a reason why, if you look right here. Look, do you see this? I have an L wrench, okay, right in front. I'm showing it to the camera. One side of Phillips, the other side of Flathead. I can get into any desk.
Ooh.
Okay? Any desk. And leave no fingerprints.
Maybe some crumbs, but definitely no fingerprints.
Right.
No fingerprints.
Don't look for the Cheeto or Dorito crumbs.
No.
There's no trail back to me.
None. No, because we leave trails to other people because that's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Yeah. So while we're away, I've been to a lot of shows.
Nice.
Just so you know. Backstage, bitches. I like to point that out, okay?
How did that go?
I walk around, and if you remember from Wayne's World, they go back to see, who was it? It wasn't Aerosmith. Was it Aerosmith? In Wayne's World, they go backstage, and they start flipping. They're flipping their backstage passes like, here we are. We get to go back there. That's what I did.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Now, some of the bands that I got to see for this one particular weekend, it was the Romantics, 40-year anniversary. I'm like, holy crap.
Jeez.
40 years. Flock of Seagulls from Liverpool.
Right, with their amazing hair.
But he's bald now.
Well, that sucks.
So that threw me off. And then the B-52s. The B-52s were phenomenal.
Really?
Now, I just burped into the microphone, so hopefully you guys, you felt all that.
Listen, it's delicious radio. You can do whatever you want.
So with that, I'm talking to the Romantics and Flock of Seagulls. Now, they've both been on one of my other shows. Great talking to them. The lead singer from Flock of Seagulls, Mike Score, clearly says, I hate all American journalists.
Sure.
Right there. I don't write crap, okay? I'm just an on-air guy. So this time, he was really chatty.
Ooh.
Like 45 minutes.
Whoa.
And I did a little live Facebook with the Romantics and stuff, which was very cool. But like Mike from Flock of Seagulls, he went on and on and on. He had great stories, though. Great stories. But you know, and I know, I have an attention span of maybe 5 minutes, stretching it. That's a stretch. And it's hard enough that
it's like a gnat on cocaine.
So I'm standing there with a microphone, and I've got my hand on one hip. I look like a runway model because I'm rolling my eyes. And I'm like going,
sure.
Like, could you end this already? And then the B-52s, get this. This is just wrong, and Eric, you'll understand this. So the B-52s have their own trailers, and rightly so. They're the main act going on.
Right.
So they come in through the gates in the back, and so I'm standing there. The bus almost hits me.
What?
I'm like, can you not see me?
Wow.
Am I too small to see?
You weren't wearing your reflective vest, were you?
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
My crossing guard vest.
They'll get you every time. I have to wear those at shows now. I don't want to get ran over by a bus.
So I step aside. Security is the first group out. Each of the three singers, because there's three of them, they get their own bus, their entourage.
Ooh.
So they go off and they do this meet and greet. So now that's the big thing is the meet and greets. There's like 100 people that paid like $200 to get their picture taken with the band.
Right. We get that. Yeah.
So it's take your picture, get out. Take your picture, get out. Take your picture, get out. And I'm like, that's worth $200.
$200 picture.
So I'm standing in the back because I've got my creds, right?
Right.
So I'm just, so they've got it roped off. So I'm inside the ropes, and security's looking at me like, who the F are you? I made the mistake of saying, well, who the F are you?
Right.
I know who I is. Who are you?
Know. Right.
Unfortunately, it took like 8 security guards to get me out of there because I'm bitching, I'm screaming, I'm trying to grab jumbo shrimp on the way out for the buffet table.
Did you grow your nails out knowing that this situation may happen?
I did. Yeah. So
you have to.
And I was in flip-flops, so I was flipping them the toe right there.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
I had to give them the toe. That was just wrong, and I didn't get a chance to actually talk to them, which was too bad. But did you know? I'm going to throw some knowledge at you again. The lead singer Fred turned 65 that day. I'm like, what? 65?
Wow.
One of the singers, and her name escapes me. She's 69, turned 70 later this year. I'm like, what the? And the other one's 60. And it didn't dawn on me that their first single came out in 77, and they were talking about their 40 years. And I'm looking at them going, what the? And our first song was Rock Lobster. I'm like, what? Wasn't that like 1983 or 8 or something? So,
right. Wow. 40 years already.
Yeah, 40. The Romantics were talking about being together for 40 years.
Man.
So I'm looking out in the crowd because I can. Right. And there's all age groups. There was 25,000 people there, all open seating. That's crazy.
Was this an amphitheater?
No, it was just it was in an open field. It was part of a festival and stuff. Last year's festival in Nashville that we went to.
Yeah.
That we didn't bring chairs to.
At all.
But you got 25,000 people with lawn chairs.
Wow.
So
that's a lot of lawn chairs.
And it's not like they all got up. They sat their fat white asses down.
Of course.
And chilled.
Right.
But how do you do that to Rock Lobster? You don't get up? Come on.
I mean, 40 years. These people they've already rocked themselves out, I think. I mean, they deserve a break.
They sounded really good.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's acceptable.
All 3 bands kicked effing ass.
Wow.
Rarely you see drummers that are that good, but 3 bands with great drummers.
Right.
Really, I mean, it was just thumping.
These guys, all of these bands, you said they're on tour.
Yep.
But do you know the extent of the tour? Like, how many shows are we talking about right now? Because, I mean, after 40 years, you're 69, 70 years old. You're going back out on the road. That's a lot. That's even doing like 2 shows a week, I think would be quite a large amount at that point. I mean, I'm not even close to that, and I'm already tired. I can imagine waiting that long.
Right, you're already
having
bitching.
to go back out there. I got to do this? Are you serious with me? I mean, somebody paid me a stupid amount of money.
Right. That's exactly what's happening. Now, several of them that I've spoken to, this is what happens. The show, they hit the stage at roughly 8 o'clock, 8:30 usually. They touch down at like 3 o'clock.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
They take a nap.
Oh, good.
They show up for sound check, maybe, because one of the bands usually does the sound check, and it's not the it's not the top band. The headliner's not coming in.
No. Yeah.
So they're just kind of, we're showing up, and if it sucks, not our fault, people.
Yeah. Yeah.
If there's no sound, not our fault.
Yeah.
Now,
Take
what I
that.
do think it's kind of cool, and you being part of that country band Black,
Sure.
or whatever
country.
band it is that you're doing now,
Right.
that the lead guitarist, I've never seen lead guitarists with like 18 guitars. Why do you're a guitarist? Why do you need so many effing guitars? You change guitars after every song.
Listen, every song is written in a different way. Every guitar brand, style is made in a different way. Every single one of them. You may be a ghetto band that plays every song with one guitar. You may be one of those.
Ghetto band.
But if you don't have 15 guitars for 4 songs, your band sucks.
Look, that's just wrong. That's
I'm
just
just
wrong.
saying. If you're not changing guitars at least 4 or 5 times in the first hour, you have no business being in the industry.
See, that does. I don't know. Is that cool because you have all these guitars? I don't even know if they're even plugged in.
They are. They're all plugged in to the same thing. Yeah. Because one guitar is going to have this tone, and this song sounds really good with this tone. Whether it's an electric, acoustic, a fiddle, a cigar box,
A fiddle.
whatever it is, it's got a different tone. So you're going to have 3 or 4 different guitars depending on how you wrote the song
Right.
and what
I
the
get
song
that.
is about.
I get
all that
that.
good stuff.
You
So
know,
you got to have a guitar rack of
I get
different
it.
guitars.
All right, so I got to mention my good friend Lorenzo Lamas just jumped on the video feed. So Lorenzo, if you're watching, dude, I hope you're doing great. Hope your family's doing great. We'll get you on one of these.
What up, Elio?
But with that, with the 18, all right, so the Romantics right now. Let me talk about the 18 different guitars.
Here we go.
So he's playing, and the guitar strap breaks.
Oh,
Okay, so it just kind of drops in his hands, and he's kind of playing it this way, like upright. So this
Right.
large man comes out, and I'm saying
Right.
large. Okay, so he's trying to put a new guitar strap around him. And at least
Okay.
he keeps singing. So I'm thinking,
Right.
give him the damn guitar.
right. Just give it to him.
But he
Yeah, let him
keeps
have it.
playing. You know, he's kind of got it tucked underneath his arms and stuff. I don't get it. Explain that one. Give him the damn guitar.
Right.
Is the song going to sound that different? I don't know.
It may. Depends on how they recorded it on the album. It could. It could sound completely different. Everybody's going to be like, oh, I'm going to post on social media right now. This song sucks. I didn't play it the right way. It's not exactly like the album.
Isn't that the truth? It
It
doesn't
is.
sound like the album.
Doesn't sound like a live show, album, 2 completely different things. Live show is one thing, album is another. Completely different. Completely.
Now, does it annoy you that everyone has their iPhones and they're recording?
It used to. It used to back in the day,
Okay.
like 20 minutes ago. It used to. But today, actually, it's not horrible because everything is instant now. So they can be sending, like, there's a couple shows a couple months ago that I couldn't go to. So I knew that I could do one of 3 things. I could either get on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook and watch it.
That's
Sometimes even Periscope.
That's true.
And watch it for free. For free. Which I did because I couldn't get to it. So yes, when you're at the show, it is annoying.
Yeah.
It is incredibly annoying.
Okay.
But if you're not at the show, you can't make the show. No, it's awesome. I love it.
Now, I admit when I'm at the shows, covering them, I only show the first 2 songs. That's it, because I want to enjoy the show.
Absolutely.
But then in front of me, I'm going to drop some names here. When I was at the Def Leppard one that was a couple weeks ago, this woman had her full iPad. Okay,
Okay, that's a little much.
so you're holding up. Why don't you just bring a freaking video production house?
Pretty much.
For
I mean,
that.
a cell phone is one thing. Cell phone is small. But if you put an iPad, it's like a whole other head.
Yeah. It was
you're holding it above
It was
your
a good
head.
thing I was tall enough because you could see it in my feed that it was there, where people were